Hi students, Miss Rock here. I'm going to read a story called Life Cycle of a Frog, and you'll understand later why I'm reading this story. Chapter 1, Floating Eggs. Small clear eggs float in a pond. Each one has a dark center. The dark spots wriggle and twist. What are they? Frog embryos. The embryos grow into tadpoles. They break free into the water. They keep changing until they are adult frogs. Each change is a step in their life cycle. So here is a tadpole. A tadpole is a baby frog. Frogs are amphibians. Most start their lives in the water. That is where a female frog lays her eggs. The eggs need water or they will dry up. So here's the mommy frog and all her eggs. Some tree frogs make foam nests. The nests sit in a tree above water. They lay their eggs inside. The frogs release a liquid. Then they kick it with their legs. It makes millions of tiny bubbles. The foam hardens and it protects the growing eggs. The tadpoles will hatch and drop into the water below. So tadpoles need water to live. Chapter 2, Swimming Tadpoles. Inside each egg, the embryo grows. After a few days, it starts to wriggle. Then, a tadpole hatches. A tadpole doesn't look like a frog. It has a big head and a long tail. It is born with gills outside of its body. Soon, they are replaced with gills inside its body. So here is the tadpole. Oh, let me go back. Here is a tadpole. New tadpoles are hungry. They eat the jelly from their eggs. Then they stick to plants and eat for a few days. Later, they search for small pieces of dead plants and animals. They might even eat frog or toad eggs. So here's a bunch of tadpoles eating. They're very hungry, just like the caterpillars we raised last year. The tadpoles grow. 4 little legs appear beneath their skin. The back legs pop out first. They get longer and bigger. Their front legs appear too. Then it is time for an even bigger change for the tadpoles. So here's the tadpoles. Their eyes, their mouths, their long tails, and they're eating the plants. Chapter 3, Hopping Frogs. The tadpoles get ready to live outside the water. They grow lungs, their gills disappear. So here's a tadpole changing into a frog. The tadpoles have been growing for 12 weeks. They are now froglets. They look like tiny frogs with tails. Their bodies slowly absorb their tails. So this looks like a frog, but he has a long tail. So this makes him a froglet. As they grow bigger, their tails disappear. They are finally adult frogs. They live on land. They use their strong legs to hop. Their long, sticky tongues snatch insects from the air. Take a look. Each frog goes through a life cycle. It has 4 stages. Eggs. A frog starts out as an embryo. It grows inside an egg for 21 days. Tadpole. The tadpole hatches from the egg. It grows under the water for 6 to 9 weeks. Froglet. After 12 weeks, the tadpole changes into a froglet. It grows lungs and legs and loses its tail. Adult frogs. 12 to 16 weeks. It is now an adult frog. I hope you like learning about tadpoles and frogs because we are going to do an activity with them here at home, and I'll take videos for you to see. Bye, guys.